Peace, family. I'm back again and bringing you more wisdom, knowledge, and understanding for the young people, okay, that are just coming to this truth and you don't know what to do, and your family is playing with you, and if your family is not helping you, and your family look you down, yeah, and you're young, yeah, you're just probably teenager or you're just in your 20s, and you're not gonna have no help from your family. No, you're not going to, and you're not going to have much help from, you're not going to have no help from your government either, because what they do to us is they give you false schooling. You know what I'm saying? All this schooling is scripted from the corporations. You know what I'm saying? Let's say, like, if you want to, when you go to school and they tell you the government have plans that they are doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, we're going to, let's say an example. Oh, we're going to be building buildings, lots of buildings and roads. So we need people with these skills. Yeah. So whatever they're doing, you know what I'm saying, whatever the program that government is planning for the future, this is what these kids are going to study about. This is what these kids are going to follow at school, and that's what they are going to be taught. Yeah, so these kids don't have no choice of what career or what existence they are going to have during their time here, during their life. Okay, they have no choice, really. Okay, they are packed, stacked, and pushed into the agenda. Whatever agenda that government is running is what the agenda that you're going to be running. Okay, so young people that wake up now, that's all you need to know. Okay, you need your immediate independence. Okay, you don't want to be depending in any trades that they taught you to follow. Yeah, especially if you cannot do this trade on your own. Yeah, like if this trade involves you finding a job and depending on these companies and these corporations to make money. So if you if what they taught you depend on them, because normally it does. You know what I'm saying? But well, that's you're their prisoner, people, because when you start working for them, they will determine how much money you make, how many hours you work, how many holidays you get. Yeah, so they decide your life standards in this matrix, because you are not free to have your own free choice. And what I'm telling you young people now, yeah, is that you don't have to do that at all. You don't have to follow these old generations that have been nothing but slaves. You know what I'm saying? They have been nothing but slaves by being introduced to the system when they're young and forced into a career. Okay? This you need to think about that. Because young people need to do something else. This system is not going to feed you in the days to come. Okay? This system don't have enough money. It does, but it's the way it runs. Okay? There is no money for you. not going to be able to afford nothing. And even if you think you will, yeah, just remember that you're not in control of this system, and whatever plans the controllers do, that will be your life, that will be your future, that will be your destiny. You know what I'm saying? So the choice is yours, man, and this choice is right now. Okay, it's not in 10 years time. It's not in in 20 years time that you're gonna decide you wanna be free from these governments, man. Because by then there is no way you can come out. They're already trying to roll you in with digital ID, yeah, and all this type of crap that just gonna imprison you and make you depending on these few billionaires that run the whole show. Do you know what I'm saying? And they're going to continue making more and more money, running the jail. Yeah, and many of them, you know, these dudes. These dudes are dudes that been creating havoc on Earth since you've been here. Yeah, they've been creating wars and all that shit. And these are the same dudes that are in the government running shit and telling them what to do. Same dudes. Yeah, the hypocrisy is big. There is no law there to protect you or nothing. Yeah, I investigate everything. The law is not in your side. They control the law. They control the roads. They control your water. They control every day. There's something else they take control of because all the wealth goes to them. They have too much money, and natural people have no money and no resource. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But they're gonna have these dudes sitting up there, and they're going to give them all the glory and all the money and all the land, yeah, to govern them like the all little children. And many of these men that governs them, they are all immoral. Okay, they have shown to the world that they are immoral and everything. Everybody knows and everything, but they still listening to these motherfuckers. Yeah, they still listening to their plans. Like they still running plans for the future and everything. Nobody can stop them. Like they have their bank accounts are too fat. Yeah, and I already explained to you. Jordan Maxwell already explained to you how these governments run with religion and everything. You know what I'm saying? And they all profit on you, and they all profit of your suffering. Yeah, they all profit on your suffering. That's why they're there. And but there is no reason why you support them, other than having low IQ, being deceived, being brainwashed. Yeah, there is no reason for you to do nothing in this system. There is no benefits to you at all. Don't think because you have healthcare, because you have banking, that you have a society. That's not a society. Yeah. It's all a fake. Because there is no guarantees in there of nothing. Yeah, there is no guarantees for your life in there. There is no guarantees for your economy. If there is no guarantees for your economy, there is no guarantees for your life and the life of your children. So you young people need to disengage, okay, and start a different lifestyle in which you're not going to depend, your future is not going to depend in the system, yeah, or your children's future is not going to depend in no man-made religious system. You know what I'm saying? Because as long as you do, there is no way out for you. Yeah, you're going to be living what we are living today, a kingdom of nothing but slavery in the whole entire world. Yeah, And they use religion to enslave everybody with bullshit, man. And all these religious people, they will act like they don't know what common sense is because they haven't got it. That's what happens. And then you live in a nightmare. You know what I'm saying? And all these governments, they feed on that. They feed in the ignorance of the people. But you know that all these governments, anyway, they all plan in the same people running all of them in coordination. Okay, and they, for what I care, they've been doing that way before we were born. People. Way before you were born. You had generations of mind-controlled people. Okay, basically, because you can't have millions of people being deceived at the same time without being in heavy strain of mind control and a system that keeps them down. Yeah, it's heavy. They need to have a very controlled, a very organized system. Yeah. And all this system, how do I classify it? How do I describe this system? The system, it's nothing but organized crime on you. And you were kept thinking so small that you think you're free, you think you live somewhere normal, you think you believe everything they tell you. Yeah, you be out there preaching life is beautiful and all that crap when you don't even know where you live. Everything you got, they gave you the bullshit, and you just keep spinning the beans and repeating yourself because you what? Amen machines. That's what they do. Repeaters. Yeah. You have millions of people. They're nothing but repeaters. What you gonna do with that? This is why these governments, from time to time, get them into war and reset them. Because they lose they lose the reason to be. They lose, even the universe, I think, don't need these people no more after, because their existence has no purpose of being here. They just become, because they don't have control of nothing. That's why I'm talking to young people today. Don't become like your mom and dad. Yeah. They don't have control over nothing in this earth. Yeah. Because they are wired to the system. If they say something, the system punish them. They maybe close their bank account. Maybe they lose that beautiful job that makes so much money. And they will never be able to have another job like that. They are all wired. Yeah. And they have to do the will of these lords. Yeah. Be it you call it your boss, or be it you call it Jesus. It's the same thing. It's the same Lord with different names in a pyramidal scheme that will drain you of your life forever. So you young people, stay the hell away from all that bullshit. Okay? In this channel, we tell you the truth. You know what I'm saying? We know a lot of people are too scared to tell you the truth, especially your parents and these old generations of slaves. They are terrified to tell you the truth. Yeah, and you have, if you're young and you just came to find that out, you know what I'm saying? They want to bury you in some university for another 10 years studying some bullshit. Be careful. You may end up just being living to pay a damn loan after that, and you ain't gonna find no jobs, because that's what happened to millions of kids, and they wasted their life at that time for nothing. And when they came out, there's no jobs for many reasons. These jobs, I told you, because you don't create them. You don't create these positions yourself because you don't know the self and it's not about you and you didn't create them. Yeah, you didn't say that's my purpose, that's what I want to do, and I'm going to invest my time in this. No, they trained you to do this. Yeah, if they, like before, they were training people to be computer engineers. They need a lot of them, you know what I'm saying? When they had PCs and these youths, they were, even I learned how to, mount, wire the whole PC together and everything, everybody, oh my God, I know how to make a PC and this and that, yeah. Just think how long that was. And now nobody cares about that because it's so, you got small, PCs became so easy and so small that there's no point, all them skills went to waste. So all the guys, all the women, all the young people that learn them skills, now they're going to be out of work. Yeah. I mean, some of them might still, but most of them, these big companies, they don't need them no more because they're doing other types of computers that they were not, prepared to do that. I mean, it's new. They now coming, they can just, print computers and stuff. They don't need them. Yeah. So, is what I'm telling you. All the positions they create for the young people is temporal. And it's to do not with you, but with their plans. Okay? If they want to mine somewhere, if they want to build a city somewhere, you're going to have a job. If they want to build a factory there to make more billions and pay you peanuts, you're going to have a job. But all your life, you're going to be in that factory. And many of them get sick because you're there all day breathing smokes, yeah, or doing the same type of job for many, many years. You get other conditions, your body stops cracking because you're sitting same positions all day, every day, doing same movements all day, every day. Your body starts cracking, yeah. And that's how they take you out. By the time you realize, hold on, they coon me because I'm stuck in this job now. My wages are stuck, you know what I'm saying? There's no way I can put them up. It's only my boss is the one that decides if my wages can go up or not. Like, there's nothing I can do about it, man. I'm stuck. I have to work 8 hours a day, 10 hours a day, and that's how much I'm gonna get paid. If I want more, maybe I can ask my boss, if he's got availability. I want to work weekends, I want to work my days off, I just want to work, man. Yeah, you can work extra some jobs. But what does this do? This just means all your life, you're stuck in that job working. You don't get sun, you don't get vitamin D, you're going to get sick. So there is no escaping the dooms of being a slave. Okay? And this is why there is no balance in the role or nothing. And you young people, yeah, more than anybody, should look at this system, take a good look, and decide what you're going to do outside of it that will benefit you no matter what. You will have a source of income no matter what. And the third thing, you're not going to be dependent in any type of government or government grants or government help or government nothing. Yeah, this one thing you need to do, because the minute you need them for anything, yeah, you need a dentist, you need somebody to do something from the government, that's it. The moment you do that, they will take you over, bend you over, and you're never coming out. You know what I'm saying? They become your master. Because how are you going to ever come out of this situation? Your ancestors, which mean these generations before you, talking to young people, they sold you out to the system. They gave your ancestors lands to a few people. Yeah, and these people took all everything. Not all one time, but they were, they used schemes. Okay, they used war. They killed a lot of people. They took their houses. They took their money. They took their land. Okay, then they do different things. You know what I'm saying? Then they maybe spread some disease. Millions of people die. Yeah, they spray some disease in the air. Millions of people die. They get more richer. But it's the same people that keep perpetrating this type of things because they are the ones that get most money and all and own all the lands and all the shit. You know what I'm saying? So why I don't watch TV? There's no point watching TV because then once you know all that, you already know that everything that is happening is from the rich people. They are doing this to us. Yeah, anything evil that is happening, they are doing this. You automatically knows it. The Bible tells you that. And everything. The Bible tells you that their God is the one that is doing this. The Bible tells you that their God knows everything. The Bible tells you that their God is the one that institutes all powers, and they all bow to Him. All this system came from their God. Yeah, it's a system that came from their God because then it forces everybody to bow down to their authority because they claim it came from God. But did it? That's not what we find out. That's not what we found out. It came from a government. And behind the government, it's a whole lot of deceptions, false documentations, false ID, false laws, deception. Yeah, and I already showed you what Jordan Maxwell was telling you, how the church is nothing but banksters. They all together, they all, been working together, creating wars and taking over. And it's nothing to do with God. Maxwell tells you that it has nothing to do with no God. Or nothing. But, why are you going to explain that to simple people that cannot think outside the box? People became too simple to be responsible. Too simple to, to change. Too afraid. They live in fear. That's another thing that young people need to leave alone. That's why you need to leave their religions alone. They teach young people to live in fear. And these parasites feed on that fear factor because everybody lives in fear. So every year they bring some fear mongering and they take the money out of everyone. Or force them doing some bullshit that is stupid and ignorant because their education is low IQ. So they'll believe anything that these dudes do. Yeah, these elites do they'll tell them to do. They believe anything they tell them because they have low education. And they think that somebody up there knows better than they do. And they do. Because they don't even know what the fuck the earth look like. They don't know. And they, and I'm not talking about, a carpenter, a bricklayer, an electrician. No, I'm talking about doctors. I'm talking about dudes that spend 10, 20 years in universities studying shit, and they still don't know. Okay? They all took the pill. They all being manipulated in the mind, in the body, and in the soul. So if you are young people and you can hear us, you can hear this channel, yeah, don't be surprised that nobody's helping. I mean, nobody's sharing this channel or nothing, because the people are just terrified about this information, okay? But you shouldn't be, okay, because this information is what will take you to your freedom, okay? Anytime you walk outside of this information, you're walking into your own prison that they created for you in a script, and there is no way out, okay? And this is one reason you can't save the system. There is no way out in the system for as long as you is a script. The system itself is a script. As long as they continue feeding it, I don't care what president, what prime minister, what world order they're running, you're not going to be free ever. Yeah, you're not going to be free ever. Because if these people had your best interests, they will release resources for you. Okay, if they cared about human beings, and if they cared about the children like they tell you, they wouldn't treat you the way they do. They wouldn't let you live without no resources. Yeah. When it's your own church that print the money and everything, and they make this lifestyle on you, make you suffer and die in pain and agony, in worse, in poverty. Yeah. So it's not a life worth living, and it's nothing worth protecting. Yeah, you need to go full open with this truth. Teach the next generations to jump out of the jail, prison called civilization, jail, prison called government, jail, prison called the world orders. It's all a prison. It's got nothing to do with us. It doesn't benefit us. They took everything, lands from us, charge us for every motherfucking thing. Yeah, including a house to live. They fucking charge you for a house to live, which is a crime. Yeah, since you were born here, you're supposed to have the right to build a house anywhere that you can and that is permitted. And even if it's not, you can go anywhere in the woods, you can go anywhere in the wild and live over there, and no motherfucker should be telling you, yeah, no motherfucker should be legislating you, telling you what the fuck you can and cannot do, where you can and cannot live, when these same motherfuckers, they're not living there, they cannot live everywhere, and they already own all the lands and all the money that they can't spend. But they won't share that money with you, and they won't share the land with you. But they run a system that keeps it all locked in, while they make you work hard and pay with your blood to live and to survive. This is not the life that the Creator created for you. Yeah, the Creator didn't create you to come here to pay to live. That's why I'm talking to young people. Okay, you got to leave them, and you got to come up with a new lifestyle that you're going to live, in which all these things that they secluded from you, they took from you, you gotta take it all back. And you can't take it back if you're going to continue serving this system, serving these gods that they gave you. I don't care what religion, they all fake, and they all meant to take you to slavery. Okay? And any nations that are not dealing with no gods, man, that's the nations you should move into. And when you move to that nation, yeah, let's say you go somewhere and you start building your nation, make sure no religious thing is going to happen there, ever. Yeah, because to this to happen, you have to be in control of your freedom, yeah, and your children, what you teach them, their education. You have to run all that shit so that they know until it's become the new normal. We don't do no systems that take everything from us and enslave us. Over time, that's what's gonna happen. Alright? But if you continue marrying this religious woman, told young people, don't marry this religious woman. Don't worry about how beautiful they look. Yeah, how much money they have. Don't worry about any of that shit. Don't marry them. Don't make babies with them. Yeah, and if you're a girl, don't, that's what I teach. We don't mix with religious people. That's all you need to know. Don't mix with religious people making more religious babies. All you're doing is continuing the slavery throughout the earth over time. Your children will be slaves of these people. Just making slaves. When you marry this religious woman or man, and having babies, slave babies, that's all you're building. They're going to be working for this system forever with no life or benefit. Dying young and full of bad days. That's all they're going to inherit. When you have so much religion, you have so much darkness and so much death and destruction. Okay, so the future doesn't include any religion. The future doesn't include any God coming out of the sky to rescue any nation in particular. Sorry, it's not happening. Never happened and never will. It's just a mind disease that people believe. Okay, it's a script that people believe. They never seen God. God never talked to them directly. He never came down here, tell them no facts. You know what I'm saying? All they do is regurgitate what some other people told them. And who are these other people? The same motherfuckers that run the whole system. It's the same motherfuckers that gave them the damn script. Where do you think it came from? Not from God. Yeah. So you need to stop being that stupid human that they molded to believe anything without thinking and actually become something that thinks and something that is powerful and something that can see things, perceive things, make thinkings, come up with solutions, come up with a new lifestyle, come up with a new science, man. Everything is inside you. Everything is inside your blood. You don't need no books, to teach you nothing. All you need to know is inside of you. All you need to know is learn self and change the way you think. Yeah, because the way you think is wrong. Because you're thinking that you're supposed, that you live to save some system. Yeah, your energy is supposed to be here to be trying to save this system, trying to be safe. No. No, no, no. Your energy here is to build something new, like there was never before, and this for the benefit of all. That's what your mission is. You don't come here to be following other people, doing the same things, like a robot. Yeah, you were not given a brain to do that. Otherwise, you could easily be just. Even spiders don't do the same damn thing and live in the same damn place the whole time. They move around. They catch different animals. They do different type. But you got these humans that you need to get out of that comfort zone. Yeah, young people, no more comfort zone for you. They're not gonna leave you no money. They're not gonna leave you no nothing. So you got to take back the land, and you got to control the land, and you got to be able to be free in the land, to build, to have families, to do whatever the fuck you want. without having these uh, stipulations, these laws that prevent you from being free. Yeah, without having somebody that every month is passing a new law so they can get into your pockets. Yeah, with like stupid shit, speed limits. There is 20 miles per hour. Yeah, just imagine when you're driving out there how many speed limits these motherfuckers have and how much money they make just from the cameras. Just imagine how much money they make to everybody passing speeding on these cameras. There's millions of people running around on the motorway, and cameras are always flashing. Imagine how much money they make each time the camera flash. They're making no less than, 100, 200, and sometimes even more. So it's a machine that makes money easily. But that money, you are the one that can't make money easily and can't live easily. But they can, because they have all your resources and they have all your money. So they determine your lifestyle. They determine how big your house is going to be, where it's going to be, what food you're going to need to eat. Yeah, so until you get out of all of that prison, that you have controllers controlling your life at this point, at this level. Yeah, if these controllers are controlling your life at this level, yeah, your damn job don't mean shit. Yeah, this goes to these niggers on YouTube that think that because they're making a whole lot of money in their slave job, yeah, that they're safe. That this is what life is about. That niggers don't need to worry about nothing but to have a nice job. It's all dumb people. That job is not the solution or nothing. All your kids can have a job. They're all still slaves of a system that can change on them anytime. And the system is the one that determines if they have a damn job in the first place. Okay, because all jobs are coming from the corporations. And you saw what Maxwell told you, what, that there was a corporate takeover. Yeah, like if before you were owning something big, normal, natural people were, let's say you're normal and your grandmom or your granddad left you a big hotel and you make millions there every year. Now these corporate people come in with their new laws and everything. They make it impossible for you to run the business because they run the taxes higher or some shit. They do some shit that they make sure you're gonna have to give this hotel back to them. So there was a corporate takeover because they passed the laws that you live under. So it doesn't matter how much money you make, how high you get, they can take you down real fast next day if possible. You know what I'm saying? They can take you down because they create your law, the laws that you live under. You're not free. That's why you're not free, because they can create the law that say you don't own it. We do. What now? What you gonna do? We come and steal your shit just by passing a new law. That's what they do. They've done that before. They got practice. They took lands of many people. Many died. They were, not able to live their life in dignity because big governments came and took their land or decided that they're going to run oil industry in their land, and or decided that they're going to do war, and they did war and everybody died. They came, took your land. That's all the stuff they do. That's what government's for. And that's why we've been telling you that, we had enough of this system of lies and deceit. Yeah, look what they're doing up there. And you got this, I don't even remember his damn name because I don't follow these people. Yeah, it's all a distraction they have on the masses. Yeah. of Epstein and Ape, Ape, Epstein or Epstein Ape that been trafficking women and children, and this dude was evil and this and that, but the most evil dude in the world was most rich dude in the world, was the dude with most influence in the world, and they know all these people. They knew all these billionaires, he knew all these people, and he was doing what? Trafficking children? Hmm? You kidding me? He was trafficking children, and he knows all these billionaires and all, including Trump. He knows. He knows all most influential people in the world. He had the most money in his bank account. Was a rich dude. He was trafficking little girls and little boys, and everybody was patching in his back and feeding him, and making his bank account bigger. People, is that the system you want to live on? No, that's not no truth. That's no, that's not a way of life. That's a way of dying. Okay. So until I know a lot of people ain't gonna grow up. They ain't gonna go through balls to deal with this system. That's all you need to know. Most of them, if you're young, don't expect them to wake up. You got to make your move. You got to take your decisions. You got to plan for your future, and you can't be waiting or listening to people that are asleep. Yeah, people that are still believe in this system. I don't care if they're your family, if they're your brother, your sister, your grandma, your mama, your dad. I don't care what they are, man. If they're telling you you gotta settle for this, you don't have to. And I'm telling you by experience that they just turning you into another inmate. Okay, you're just going to be in that prison for life. Understand that? For life. And I see they're not gonna know. I'm telling you guys this because you're young, because I know a lot of old people out there now, and they 70s, I mean 60s, 70s, they still working hard in dead end jobs that are there today, but tomorrow they might sack them, or they don't need them, and many of them exploit them, tell them to do a lot of work and this and that, change the salary on them, fuck with them, because that when you get old and they got you, you're trapped in that trade. Because they can change anything. You're not in control of this business. You're not in control of what happens there. It's all corporate. Yeah, and people in these corporations, they don't care about people. You are dispensable. Okay, if they don't, they can really easily get rid of you and get somebody else if you're not happy with the conditions they gave you, the money they gave you, the hours they gave you to work. If you're not happy, they find another slave real fast. Okay, because the money is low, but there ain't too many jobs, because they know they create scarcity so that you always depend on them for whatever wages they're going to pay you, because they are the ones that create positions, and there are so many positions, and if you're not happy, there are more people than positions. So if you're not happy, we will hire somebody else, another slave that will be happy to work double of the time you do and keep his mouth shut. Okay, that's how this system works. So don't wait until you're too old to find that out. Yeah, while you're young, take the right steps. Okay, so that when you're old, you're not going to end up waiting for their pension, waiting for their health care, waiting for grants, pay your bills when you're old, and they're making a lot of cold, trying to kill you with cold in your house and everything. Yeah, you don't want to get to this type of position that you see your grandma going through. Yeah, and even your parents going through. You don't want to get to this type of ending. If you're young people, you've seen what it takes. You've seen what this system is doing to your family. You need a new earth and a new heavens. Okay, you need to change. That's what we teach you here, and we teach you what you need to change. And one of the main things that need to go is all these fanatic religions that don't teach nothing to the children, nothing that is useful other than fear. There is nothing there other than fear. Believe us or we're gonna kill you. Believe us or God will kill you. And all these religions teach the same motherfucking thing. And then in the end of the day, what do you think is going to happen? When they find each other, when they face each other, or if they have to live together with each other, they will kill each other. Because God said that I'm better than you. The ignorance that comes with the whole thing is to just bring war, is to just bring calamity, is to just bring chaos. That's why they gave them religion, to bring chaos, people. Yeah, this is why I'm writing these long-ass videos. I know most people are not going to watch them, especially these niggas. They don't going to watch them. They're too lazy and prefer to be slaves. You know? They're too lazy to do their own research. Too lazy to listen to somebody when they tell them they contend. You know, how do you know? How do you know? How do you know? Yeah. You know, these type of people that never research nothing, but when you tell them something, they doubt you. It's so annoying. Yeah. But when they hear the news, they believe anything the you tell them in the first day. They won't question it. They won't do nothing. They just believe and run. But when somebody in their own family, their own blood, tell them something, hold on, you got to be careful about this. Now he's got a problem with you. Who you think you are? Because the system said this. The news said this. My president said this. My prime minister said that. They are right. Who are you to contest? Yeah, so that's the type of slaves you have in this society. And they can be your brother, they can be your sister, they can be anywhere. They hired, they all wired, juiced, and they control them. I showed you how they control them. They send waves on their ass, on their brain, in their chips. They have chips and everything, you know what I'm saying? They mind control them, sending them waves of obedience, programming. Yeah. So it's something that, you know, there are very sick people behind it as well. And so you have to know that, you know, there is no way you're going to fight this thing physically, like, let's go to war and beat them. No, you need to dry the whole thing from inside out, because it's feeding from you, it's feeding from inside you. He needs you to exist. He needs your money. He needs your time. He needs your agreement for everything it does. And you gave it. So, well, don't give it no more. Okay? It's about time to take it back, not to give it. You know what I'm saying? So, you beautiful people, that's all you got to do, man. You got to take control of your life again, control of the life of your freedom. Okay, and to do that, you can't be making covenants with enslavers. You can't be going to church of enslavers. You can't be building, bringing enslavers to your country, yeah, religious enslavers to your country, and think that you're going to live forever in love and peace and harmony. It's not going to happen. These people are never in peace until they destroy you. and make you bow to their God and be slave like them. Yeah, this is what religious people do and are programmed to do. I don't care what they think. I don't care if they think their God is real. Yeah, because I know already it's not. Yeah, the only thing real in their life is the damn books that they gave them to read, and nothing else. So just a bunch of mind control they carry every day and pass it to the next generation and the next generation, and they themselves don't know nothing. They write no laws and they don't own nothing. As I told you, these religions are nothing but zombies. You know what I'm saying? Because if they were not zombies, they will see that how the fuck they own nothing, but God loves them, but didn't give them free house, didn't give them free food, didn't give them freedom. What type of God is gonna have you living in fear and didn't give you freedom? And why the fuck you want to live in fear? I don't get it. Yeah, your life is short. You only hear, no, and now you're gonna live in fear because some book said so, because some guys believe so. No God said so. You never see no God, and God is not something that is private to some dudes. That we have special knowledge how to see God, how to hear God. That's why we know God. No, God made every man. Every man can hear Him in his heart, in his soul, in his mind, everywhere. So anybody telling you that they are the keepers and owners of God knowledge and all that, you already know is a big prison. And if you get inside, you're not coming out. They will take your soul, your mind, your body, and your resources from you, and you will be a slave for life under their laws that they make for slaves. Okay, they pass these laws for slaves. You can't have another man passing laws for another man and think this wicked man is going to be righteous with you. He's not. Okay? So it's complicated, guys, but that's what I want to tell young people. Okay, this video is going now nearly 1 hour. Yeah, but that's the main point of things I want you to know. That's the main thing. Get out of these churches. Get out of these government setups, school setups. Yeah. Everything that they did, they taught you. Perhaps that's what young people need to do. They need to find a new way to do these things. Okay? Without using the system that is being put in place to enslave everybody. They have to create a system outside of it. And that outside system, new heavens, new earth, is coming. There's nothing they can do to stop that. You know what I'm saying? Because there is no future for no enslaved people. It's a matter of time before they all die with nothing. All die in pain and agony. All die in suffering. That's all they will achieve in their lifetime in religion. There is nobody that is in religion is happy. Nobody that is in religion is free to do anything. Yeah, they are less free than we are. Yeah, because before they know their freedom, before they know their creator, they have to go to like 100 slave masters. Obedient. They have to obey like 100 slave masters before they know God. How do you explain that? They got all these men before God that they worship. And many of these men, they have them in the pedestal like they are gods. Like Jesus. Like Paul. Like even these other fuck religions, they have men they worship. And if you say something about this, he's a man. They kill you. And you can't even say the name of the man because the man became God. But everything, zombies think that they don't know the difference now between man and God anymore even. That's why I told you, religion is so dangerous and so evil, yeah, that it changes their mind and their perception. This is why as long as we have it in this world, people, there will be no freedom. There will be no real knowledge. There will be nothing but dead instruction and deception and lies. All of these come from religion. Okay? And we're not going to come to YouTube to be entertaining you. Yeah? When I come here, man, it's to bring you the truth and let's go. Yeah. Every minute you waste in this system is another every minute you waste is another 5 years of pain. So you better wake up. And I know it's been hard for a lot of young people because of their families. But I'm gonna stop this video right now. Hold on. It's going to be 1 hour. You know what I'm saying? And I know it's hard for people to listen to any videos over, they're not going to listen 1 hour, really, because they're too busy, they're in fear, and they need money. That's all, man. I love you all. Shout outs to anybody learning and anybody who wants to have a vision of the future, what you're supposed to be doing. Yeah, if you're young and you don't know, man, you need to start doing research about new options, you know what I'm saying, and opportunities, and you have to stick for that. Don't go to no university. Don't trust nothing they tell you. Yeah, doing bitcoins, don't trust them. We're gonna be mining, don't trust them. Yeah, these are people that are already settled. They have billions in their bank account, and they don't give 2 fucks about you or me. They just have their plans, and that's that. They don't care about what happens to no damn human that follows them and end up being cunned and dying without nothing but pain and suffering. They don't give a damn about you. It's your choice. They only think if you had a brain, you wouldn't be their slaves. If you are their slaves, it's because you have no brain. You're a slave race. So do something about it. That's all I'm gonna tell you. Love you all, guys, man. I'm gonna stop, man, these videos, because once you start talking a lot of truth, man, the energy start vibrating different. Some people, they get really bad, but there's no need for that. All you need to know is control the energy, you know what I'm saying? Learn not to breathe deep, you know what I'm saying? And life can be much better than you think. Yeah, there's no need to fear nothing. Your life is gonna go anyway, regardless of whatever script they have for you. Yeah, and you probably live longer outside the script, so you shouldn't worry about nothing. That's all, man. I love you all. Give the instructions. Peace.